Hello there, thanks for joining us. If you are in Pakistan and you're wanting to make the move to Canada, we'll be sharing with you some of the options that may be available to Pakistani nationals who are wanting to transition to Canada. So please stay with us. We'll be right back after this break. And as always, remember to like our videos so others may see more videos like this. Subscribe to our channel so that you'll be notified when next we publish. And check us out on our website at go.gooselaw.com. I'll be right back. Hi there, welcome back. My name is Donovan Francis and I'm a Canadian immigration lawyer, and I help families, skilled workers and businesses with their Canadian immigration matters and save them from having to deal with complicated immigration rules. Now, if you are wanting to make the move to Canada from Pakistan, there are going to be several options available provided you meet the required eligibility criteria. Now, a Pakistani national, first off, has the option of coming to Canada temporarily, okay? And when we say temporarily, it means you have the option of coming as a visitor, you have the option of coming on a work permit, or you have the option of coming on a study permit, meaning coming as a student. For either of those options, you would need, in addition to getting either of those permits, you'd also need a visa, since Pakistani nationals are required to apply for a visa. So the visa allows you to travel to Canada, but the visa does not allow you to remain inside Canada. In order for you to remain inside Canada, you need something separate. You need either a study permit if you plan to study, you need a work permit if you plan to work, or you need what's known as a visitor record, which is a document that allows you to remain here as a visitor, as a tourist, or just as a general visitor. Or the Canadian immigration officer may just stamp your passport or not stamp it at all. But ultimately, you need to be allowed to remain here after you've flown to Canada and you've landed at the airport, okay? So that's the first thing. Now, if you're looking to come here temporarily, you have the option of coming as a student, okay? And entire families can come under this option. You know, so a Pakistani national who wants to study at a Canadian college or university may, after applying for admission to that college or university, may then apply for a study permit. And included in that study permit application, you would also be including an application for an open spousal work permit for your accompanying partner, assuming you're coming with a family. If you have children who are under the age of 18, you may also apply for study permits for those children, or depending on how young they are, visitor records, so that they too will be able to accompany you here to Canada. But ultimately, you may be able to take your family with you from Pakistan to Canada on a study permit. And then once you get here, you would have been studying while your partner would be working on an open spousal work permit. And then when you are done studying, you then would become eligible for a postgraduate work permit, which would allow you as well to continue working in Canada and ultimately to apply for Canadian permanent residency. So coming as a student is a viable option for Pakistani nationals. Alternatively, as a Pakistani national, if you are able to identify a Canadian employer who is willing to provide you with a job offer, you know, a valid job offer, then you may be able to use that job offer to apply for a work permit. And depending on the type of work you're wanting to come to Canada to do, you may be able to take your family with you while you work in Canada. So that means that you, the applicant for the work permit, may be able to come, and your spouse may be able to get what's called an open spousal work permit, and you may also be able to take your children with you. Of course, again, your ability to take your family with you is going to depend on the type of work that you're going to be doing inside Canada. All right. So that speaks to the work permit option, and of course you always have the option of coming as a visitor. We won't go much further into that. Alternatively, a Pakistani national also has the option of applying for Canadian permanent residency directly from Pakistan, provided that you meet the necessary eligibility requirements. So you are able to apply for permanent residency through a system that the government has that's called the Express Entry system. And once you submit your application through Express Entry, then your application would be under one of the immigration streams, either the federal skilled worker immigration stream or the federal skills trade immigration stream. Either of those streams work on a basis, they operate on a basis of points, so the government assigns points based on certain factors, based on your level of education, based on your work experience in certain identified professions, based on your age, and based on your ability in English and or French. So those are the factors that are taken into consideration. And so depending on how well you score, it may well be that your score may be high enough to warrant you being issued an invitation to apply for permanent residency, which would then ultimately lead to permanent residency, provided that you meet all of the requirements that would be stipulated under that particular program. But the bottom line is that as a Pakistani national, you do have the opportunity to apply for permanent residency to Canada, provided you meet the eligibility requirements. And so to summarize, as a Pakistani national, you have the option of coming to Canada temporarily as a student, as a worker, or as a visitor, or alternatively, you have the option of applying for permanent residency under one of the express entry programs. And of course, because Canada has a wide variety of immigration options, we absolutely have not touched on all of the options available to a Pakistani national. But what we've attempted to do is to highlight the most commonly utilized options for persons who are wanting to come to Pakistan. If you are interested in any of the other options, we're always available and happy to talk about other options, such as coming as an investor or applying under one of the provincially managed programs. Okay, so I trust you found value from this video, and as always, remember to like our videos so others may see more videos like this. Subscribe to our channel so that you will be notified when next we publish, and don't forget to check us out on our website at go.gooselaw.com. Thank you. See you again.